Okay, so you got some little clips here from the Chinese internet.
Ah, yes, it's stuff that's going viral these days.
Okay, so what's this? That's cool. So he's going to try. What did he expect?
I mean, can you go back for a second?
Sure.
Like, check out the girl, okay?
Yeah.
So she's...
This dude's like a
See the girl? She's
cigar swallower.
She flicks it up.
Yeah.
And it's sideways.
Yes.
Right? You see it sideways. It's going. She knows that there's potential for this, so she does it sideways, and then it goes up to nicely land.
Yeah, she planned it.
She planned it.
This
guy set it up to go. Remember, I said eating corn the long way.
Yeah. He's
eating corn the long way.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, that's a bit pathetic. Just like his plastic-covered flowers in the background. Yeah.
This guy's going for the longest noodle slurp, and actually, the reason this is interesting is that you can go to some areas of China where the la mian is called a pulled noodle, pulled noodle.
Yeah.
And it'll be one noodle.
Yes.
And often you'll get this for your birthday because it symbolizes longevity. So you'll get a bowl of these noodles on your birthday. And you know what's funny? I always hated this because you go and get this lucky bowl of noodles on your birthday, but it's always like when you're at this massive feast of your dinner. So you're already eating like duck and pork and all this stuff, and you're like, I don't want to eat some plain ass noodles.
Yeah, it's just a long noodle. I know, like also part of like wedding ceremonies and stuff, they have that too, and so they'll put this long noodle, and you're supposed to try and swallow as much of it to like symbolize that your marriage is going to be a long, healthy marriage. That type of thing.
It's like Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, except it's just a long noodle that's like a mile long.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's see what he's going to do with this one.
It didn't work out. No, it didn't work out.
Not quite.
He tried.
Yeah, he certainly did.
It was impressive.
Okay, now this is a Chinese locksmith, and
this is par for the course. If you call locksmith in China, this is what you get.
If you call a Chinese locksmith, what they do is they're not going to pick your lock; they're going to break your lock.
Correct.
Whether it's with a grinder or bolt cutters, or this guy's very ingenious technique. Let's take a look. I'll get us out. Okay, wait.
I have it in slow-mo, don't worry.
Okay, you have it in slow-mo? Okay, I'll get us out again. That says it all.
I like how the locksmith is using the most like stupid rudimentary tools. He's not even using like a file or something that you have a lot of space to hit.
Yeah.
He's using like a thin rod.
Yeah, whatever it is.
And then throws the hammer at his own leg.
Yeah, and lands on his own foot.
Yeah.
Definitely landed on his foot. You can tell. And he's wearing sandals as well. Anyway, okay. Again. He pulled it out. So what's happening here?
This is such a multifaceted video.
Okay.
So many things happen. First, we can look at this guy. There's a guy, if you're listening and you're not watching, there's a guy sitting down, crouched down, and he's got a bowl of rice, tons of rice.
Piece of meat.
He's got one piece of paigu. Paigu is like pork ribs.
Yeah.
But it's like the little piece of cartilage connected to the meat, right? It's not the bone. It's the cartilage connected to the meat. That's paigu.
Yeah.
And he's got a piece of pumpkin with the skin on. And he's chatting to the camera as he squats down to eat this thing, right?
Yeah.
But then the chicken, chicken comes and steals the pork.
Chicken steals the pork.
But I love this. So he gets mad, right? Hold on. He tries to do a leg sweep to the chicken.
Yeah, he tries to kick the chicken.
To get revenge for stealing the pork.
Yeah.
Misses, falls down. While falling, his weird crazy tuft thing, whatever that hair is. I'm rattling off hairstyles from like creator, character creators on like RPGs. Yeah. He's got like a tuft of hair that wisps away.
It's like a baby hair, you know? Like you ever seen a baby cartoon?
Yeah. But at the same time, as he falls, he successfully eats the pumpkin while falling.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's quite the scene.
I thought this was so stupid it was funny.
Yeah.
This is going around the Chinese internet.
Absolutely.
So this guy is doing one of those kind of surprise interviews.
Yeah.
You know, where they walk up to people.
Yeah.
And they're, you'll often see this outside of bars and stuff. You walk
Yeah.
So he goes up to this this girl and calls her like classmate. Says, classmate, can you give me something to play with? Which sounds very suggestive.
It does.
Right?
It does.
That means like, give me something to play with. And if you heard that, you'd be like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yikes.
Right? Yeah.
He's like, give me something to play with. She's like, what am I going to give you to play? It's like this. She was like carrying some stick.
Why is she carrying a random
I
stick?
don't know, but like,
Yeah.
it was set up so well to like throw her off because she's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like, why would a perv be asking me something like this?
Yeah, and then it's like a
she's supposed to
stick,
play this
yeah.
dumb stick she's carrying.
That's pretty funny.
This has actually made its rounds multiple times, and it makes me laugh every
time,
single
every
time. And I
time.
want to try not to laugh.
Okay,
in
let's
this
try.
Scenario.
So he's being stopped, and they're going to give him a breathalyzer test.
Correct.
All right, so let's take a look.
你吹啊！好，你先吹，你吹啊！好。
I just love.
Yeah,
Is-
I like that kind of bass humor.
It's
Yeah.
very low, but for some reason it just gets me every
Yeah.
time. This is going to take some explanation.
Okay.
So you are looking at a woman with a sore on her lip, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like a canker sore or something
Mm-hmm.
like this. Where do you think she thinks she got this from?
Barbecue?
香火.
Yes.
Right? So if you don't know, 香火 is the concept in
Yes.
China that does not exist where you're from if you're not from China or some parts of Asia.
Yeah, some parts of Asia believe in it.
It's the idea that if you eat fried things or things with too much seasoning or things that are unhealthy in general, this will raise the heat of your qi.
Yeah.
Now, qi doesn't exist, but if you believe in it, your heat will be raised up, and then you will have symptoms like your tongue will get all white,
You'll get
sores in
zits.
your mouth, you'll get acne and
And
zits,
grease.
you'll
Greasy,
get greasy
yeah.
skin. All of this stuff that is explained away by other things.
They just
is
need to
always
drink a
blamed-
Jiadou Bao, then you'll
Yeah,
be
of
okay.
course.
Yeah.
All these things are in China are always explained away by saying, "Oh, I'm just 香火.
Yeah, 香火了.
My qi is too hot," right? So the number one culprit in China for 香火 to raise your qi is la tiao.
Ah, yes.
100%. La tiao we've eaten on our VIP show on Mondays is literally wheat gluten.
Yeah.
So you know people are like, I'm gluten free.
It looks like jerky, but it's not.
Yes. You know people say they're gluten free.
Yeah, this is gluten full.
This is only gluten.
Yes.
It's wheat gluten.
And it's always made in the chemical
fried.
industrial zone. or
Yes,
whatever.
it's usually made in chemical industrial zones.
Yeah.
You know that level in Sonic 2?
Yes.
It's made there. They deep fry this gluten bar.
Yeah.
Then they cover it in spice and
Yeah.
salt.
Yes.
And so she wants to eat it, but she is 香火. She's got a thing,
Yeah,
right?
so what's she gonna do?
Let's see her solution.
Okay.
It's going to hurt her sore,
Yeah,
right?
Okay, yeah.
That's a lot of la tiao.
What is this disgusting stuff you found?
This
I
is
feel like
what-
this is a fetish.
No, this is going viral on Chinese
Okay.
internet. This is how she's avoiding the 香火.
Just eat it.
It's so
like-
gross.
and then
She doesn't care.
Yeah.
She just gave up. She doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I get it.
But it hurts. So I thought that was an interesting way to explain 生活 to you guys.
Yeah.
Because this concept probably doesn't exist in your country. You
Probably
can eat
not.
whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
It's
well,
not going to change.
I mean, within reason. If you eat unhealthy, it is going to affect you.
It will, but to say, oh, I can't drink this beer or eat these peanuts because I'll get acne.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, my throat's going to hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's maybe just don't eat a lot of rubbish street
Yes,
food.
maybe don't
Yeah.
eat latia.
Yeah, latia's garbage.
Latia is going to give you anything you believe in health-wise, that will give it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful song. How come I've never heard it before?
Edit, dude.
So bad.
We cannot laugh at this.
I can because
It's
they made like a cartoon speech bubble.
Not
One
very
dude
nice
came up to teach kindergarten when I was teaching at that kindergarten. He had cocaine on his nose. I had like Russian prostitutes in my class. Always.
never met a sex pet that's like good to be around.
We snowboarded down Mount Everest or something. This guy's like a grown man. It's like a grown. He's in his 20s telling me that he and his friend died on the way down and stuff. And I'm like, really?
Close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. my mind.